Hello, everyone. One day, a dog looked out the back window of a car and saw a vet. It was the last thing he saw before going to sleep forever. This dog loved his owner so much that he never wanted to leave her side. Even though he was old, he still had a lot of energy, especially when it came to car rides. He would always get super excited and jump in the back seat as fast as he could. One day, the woman got in the car, and the dog immediately jumped in the back seat like he always did. But something was different this time. She drove past the park they always went to, and he started to get a little worried. They kept driving, and eventually, he started to fall asleep. When he opened his eyes, he saw the vet, and he woke up quickly. He barked a few times, but the woman didn't seem to hear him. He barked again, but she still didn't respond. So he started to get really scared. Why didn't she want to play with him? Was she going to take him to the vet? No, she couldn't be doing that. He didn't want to go to the vet. The woman saw the scared look on the dog's face, and she felt sad. She knew she had to do this, but it was still hard. When they got to the vet, she let him out slowly. As soon as he stepped out of the car, the vet gave him a big smile and petted him. The dog licked the vet's hand and wagged his tail. He still had no idea what was going on, but the vet seemed nice, so he wasn't too worried. The woman watched them for a moment, and then she went inside. The vet told her that this was a beautiful dog and asked if she could give him a treat. She said yes and went back to the waiting room. She couldn't believe that this day had finally come. She had taken this dog everywhere with her for 13 years. They had been through so much together. She loved him more than anything, but he was very old and sick now. It hurt her to see him like this. She knew that the vet was going to help him, but it was still hard for her to let go. She heard the door open and turned around. The vet walked out and shook his head sadly. She stood up and walked towards him. "Is he okay?" she asked. The vet looked at her and said, "I'm sorry, but your dog passed away a few minutes ago." She felt tears coming to her eyes, but she blinked them away. She didn't want the vet or anyone else to see her cry. She loved this dog so much, and she knew that he was in a better place now. As she walked back to the car, she couldn't help but think about all the good times they had shared. All the walks, the car rides, the games they played. She smiled as she remembered how happy he had been on their last walk together. He had chased a squirrel up a tree and barked at it until it came down. She laughed as she remembered how proud he had been of himself when he finally caught the squirrel. She got into the car and closed her eyes. She didn't want to go home yet. She wanted to stay with her dog a little longer. She knew that he wouldn't be there, but she didn't care. She loved him too much to do that. She stayed in the car for hours, just sitting there and thinking about all the good times they had shared. When she finally got home, she felt empty inside. The house was quiet, and she could hear her dogs barking in her dreams. She missed him so much already. She knew that she would never forget him, though he would always be in her heart. If you've lost a pet, we'd love to hear your story. Please share it in the comments below. Also, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.